Hello and welcome to the Hodbot podcast for another week. My name is Joshua Watt.
And I'm Hamish Hodson.
Yes, and this is episode... Last week was... this is actually last week, so we're actually doing a podcast within a month of another one, which is kind of interesting. But last week was X podcast. I still don't know what number it was, but, you know.
Remember, you need to put that equation in the YouTube description.
That's going to be an absolute fucking nightmare. Because I haven't done maths for... Oh, it's not that long, but I still haven't done maths for a while, and I really don't want to do maths again. So, yeah. It's... I'll just do something really simple. Just really basic algebra or some shit. Yeah. So, I think it might be episode 7. I reckon if I could guess, it was... Last week was 7. And then this week will be 8.
Yeah.
Maybe. We haven't even reached the double figures yet. Jeez, we're lazy. I know. We're fucking lazy. But oh well. We only get to see each other so often, and it's just so happened that it's just befallen on us that you and I are seeing each other not 2 weeks, but within a fortnight. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Come on, you wanted to record this. You've got to have more content than that. Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to go see Pet Sematary.
Yeah, it's Pet Sematary. I haven't seen the original one.
Which is actually pretty good because I think it's better if you haven't seen the original.
Better if I haven't seen the original. Rightio. That's fair. So who's in it? We should really get a...
Australian guy. Can't remember his name.
Something,
no.
I thought you were about to say Daniel Radcliffe, but no. That's Harry Potter.
And he's not Australian.
Yes, and he's not Australian. We'll just get this laptop. Hold your iPod like on your lap or something so you can relax a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got a bit of a different mic setup. It's still very it's still very makeshift. I've got a video gaming headset microphone holding up to my mouth. I've got a full headset just holding.
And I've literally just got a pair of earphones that I'm holding up to my mouth.
Got a microphone. But, they probably sound better than having just one laptop record the two of us, I think.
Yes. But we have to put it together in post.
That's just elementary, my dear Watson. So, Pet Sematary. Is it it's spelt with the S, isn't it?
Yes.
On purpose. Why?
Because the kids spelt it wrong.
Fucking retard.
Their sign was written by a bunch of kids.
Pet Sematary. 2019. What year did the first one come out? Well, the original.
89. They're exactly 30 years apart.
Ah, I see. So, Pet Sematary. 2009 is a thriller horror. 2019 is a thriller. I need my glasses. I cannot read this. IMDb.
You want me to read it?
I can read it, but that's going to strain my eyes. That's directed by Kevin Kolsch. Kolsch? Fuck, I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. Apologise. I do. And Dennis Widmeyer. Do you know either of those?
No, I don't. I know the original was made by Mary Lambert.
Mary Lambert.
Who also made the movie Urban Legends.
Urban Legends, I've not seen that.
I haven't seen it either.
And written by Stephen King, obviously, the original concept. And Matt Greenberg, who wrote the screenplay, I suppose. There's one more credit, which I just shouldn't have clicked on.
For my
takes me to a whole new page.
Don't look at any of the
spoilers.
Yeah.
No, I won't do that. Alright, full cast and crew. So, we have Jason Clarke as Lewis.
He's the Australian one.
Louis. Jason Clarke. What else is Mr. Jason Clarke in? He was in Zero Dark 30.
He's in Rabbit Proof Fence.
Ah, yes, I've seen that movie. That's a bit of a niche excuse me. That's a bit of a niche Australian sort of a film.
Yes.
Child 44. He was in Terminator Genesis. Zero Dark 30. He was in The Great Gatsby. White House Down. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He played Malcolm. Yeah. Not much. Well, there's actually quite a... Oh, he was in Home and Away.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and most Australian actors sort of
Yeah.
come out of that. Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, came from Home and Away. Played a man named Kim. But yeah. Who else have we got? And then another co-star is Amy C. Metz. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. Miss Amy. Oh, I've seen her before. I just can't remember what in. She's got a very recognisable face, I feel like. She's in Pet Sematary. Stranger Things. She plays Becky Ives. Becky? Who's Becky? What? Becky? Oh, yep, I know who she is now, yeah. So there's Terry Eves, who's Ives. Spoilers for Stranger Things. There's Becky Ives, who is auntie to Eleven in that, sister of Terry, who is Eleven's mother. I knew I recognised her. She's in a lot of other things, but not much that I recognise. Because as sort of, theme with this, I'm not very good at keeping up with movies and all that shit. But John Lithgow, do you know him?
I've heard the name before. I knew he was in it.
See if we can get any recognisable films. If it wants to load. Very patient. Oh, John Lithgow, I know him. He's in a bit, actually. He was in How I Met Your Mother. He's Barney's dad, I'm pretty sure. He was in Interstellar. That's interesting. That's a great movie. Pitch Perfect 3. Yuck. The Horseman. Shrek's Thrilling Tale. A video short. That's interesting. Yeah. That's him. Then there's a very long list of the cast, but they're the order of credits. First three. Should I look at the basic synopsis and give that a read?
Yeah.
It won't spoil it.
Try the IMDb synopsis.
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
Yeah.
On IMDb.
Read it out for us.
So we got Dr. Lewis Creed. Is it Louis or Lewis? Probably Lewis. Dr. Lewis Creed and his wife Rachel relocate from Boston to rural Maine with their 2 young children. The couple soon discover a mysterious burial ground hidden deep in the woods near their new home. And that's it. So I'm guessing. Alright. So my guess is it's gonna, because it's Pet Cemetery. It's also going to be some undead shit and undead animals. Don't tell me if I'm right.
Yeah.
This is what I sort of.
And I'll tell you, this isn't really spoiling anything, but
Better not.
it's because it's just what the plot is. Basically, it's a burial ground that has the power to bring things back to life once they're buried there,
Just animals or?
and people, but they don't come back the same. They come
Ah.
back sort of evil and demonic.
I see. Well, the kitty that's in the trailers and all that looks pretty gnarly. Gnarly and mean. Yeah, so that's what we're going to go witness that film tomorrow at about 2 p.m.
Yeah,
So yeah, that should be interesting.
and we might run into Jeremy on the way because I told him and he said, "Well, shit, I'll meet you there."
That's it. So Jeremy's a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Yep. I've never met Jeremy before. So yeah, should be good. Good little day out. Tomorrow. You're not going to drink all of that, are you?
No, probably not.
Hamish's got a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey, and it's about half full. And if he drinks all this during the...
I'll die.
No, you won't die. You'll just get rather pissed. Which will be pretty interesting for content. So if you want to have a crack, do it.
Ooh.
Oh shit, that might have been a bit loud for the... You go.
I think I took a bit too much.
A bit too much. Now I'm not driving, so I don't really care. Well, I'm not driving today. I was gonna drive in and get some more grog, and maybe we could do a drunk cast. Remember the last time we did a drunk cast?
Yeah.
That never made it. The only way that made it onto a podcast is when we did a really stupid sort of. It sounded like shit on the episode. I'm pretty sure when we went through and re-listened to it, and absolute shit that we were talking. What did you say? It's supposed to smell like banana, apparently.
Oh, I watched a YouTube video where a guy was taste testing it and said it tasted like bananas. It smells kind of like bananas.
It's definitely got a sweet smell.
Mm.
It's got a sweet aroma. I can't say I drink spirits much. More of a beer man. Last week's episode I was a bit drunk.
Yeah.
And I was smoking cigarettes as well, and you much to your disgust. Which that pack's still sitting in my room, and I will finish it because I don't care.
You said you only smoked when you drink.
Yeah.
And I hope that's true.
Oh no, that is true. I cannot stomach a cigarette without being under some sort of influence, because they make me physically. Like I've had a crack once when I was at the football, and it made me physically ill, and I hated it. But yeah, I suppose that's spirits are spirits for me. They're harsh no matter what. So yeah, I've got to figure out what side this mic is supposed to be facing. Anyway, right.
It would suck if it turned out it wasn't turned on the whole time.
Nah, it's definitely turned on. I'm looking at it right now. So, it's definitely recording. You're probably getting the rattling of the fucking headset that I'm using. Righto. What else? Have you watched anything or done anything since last week?
No. I played a bit of GTA 5.
GTA 5 came out in 2013. A whole 6 years later, you're still playing that.
It's not that fun anymore.
Have you done everything?
Yeah, it's just, since Red Dead 2 has come out, you go back and play GTA 5 and it feels kind of flat.
Yeah, well, games get boring after you play them for you get burnt out.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been playing any games recently. It's really bad. Maybe it's even good, but I say a lot now that I just realised. Both of us say He said it.
Yeah, I know. Until Dawn, that's a game that still holds up today. I
remember when that first came out, there was a massive hoo-ha about it, how good it is. I've only played about halfway through it. Yeah, I got it free for PlayStation Plus. I did, because I subscribed to that, because I like to play a bit of online video games.
You didn't finish it. Did you say you had it or you hadn't?
I didn't finish. But I know what happens in the end, because I've
one of the things that happens in the end.
Yes, because I witnessed it with you. 2019 games, because I've gone into this year and not really expected much out of the video game industry. No. There's nothing that I'm looking like, yep, I'm waiting for that. 2019 games.
Since Red Dead 2 came out, it's sort of just like, it's a game that keeps you satisfied for a very long time.
For a player like you, you're sort of a player that sort of likes to sit down with the game and really play the shit out of it. I don't play Red Dead much anymore. Got the story that I wanted to. Days Gone has come out, but apparently that's a bit of a mess in terms of bugs and shit. That's a
PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
That was in development for a very long time, that game.
Yeah. I haven't heard much about it, but I've sort of seen, it looks fantastic. The graphics, I'm pretty sure. Apparently it's just got really buggy, it's a single player game.
There's so many zombie games out there that you really don't need to play another one, but
yeah. I really want to get a Nintendo Switch. You know, the Nintendo console?
Yeah.
I really want to get one of them. Because I love a bit of Nintendo shit. I want to get the new Pokemon game because I'm a fucking child. Super Smash Brothers. We never actually had like an N64. The only Nintendo console that we, and by we I mean Hamish's family, had was a Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which was the second Nintendo console. And yeah, that's the only one we've ever had. If we've ever played any other Nintendo games, it's been on emulators on computers.
Yeah.
But geez,
Pretty cool.
Your brother, your older brothers were really good at getting emulators sorted and shit. We used to play that Super Smash Brothers, Destruction Derby. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, I remember you and I used to play that fucking tons. Like we'd set up the controls on the keyboard so you could have two, like one person has one side of the keyboard and the other has the other. It's the one where you'd go round on the circuits, and the goal was just to be the last car standing. Come on, you got to remember that.
Yeah. I think so.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
Checkpoint.
If I saw it again, I would definitely remember.
We used to play a bit of that. I'll tell you what games we used to play the shit. It was the fucking I Spy games.
I Spy.
I love those. I Spy Spooky Mansion. Absolute fucking ripper of a game. But it's really hard to pirate. So I really don't want to buy it again. And if you have a look, I downloaded the demo of like I Spy Spooky Mansion because that was the only way I could play it. And they literally give you an hour to play it. There's like an hour timer, and then it kicks you out. But it's a different version of the game. It's like updated because I remember the the attic levels. I remember they used to scare the shit out of me because it used to have like a howling wind.
Yeah.
And it was just it was a genuinely spooky atmosphere. I used to hate doing that level, but just because it was pitch black.
Yeah.
And there was a howling wind. And I played this new version. Like, it's only a very slightly updated. Still basically the same game. But you go in, and it's just silent. And
you still have, like, the...
you still have the torch,
yeah.
But it's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So it's just... I know it's not supposed to be a horror game, but... Come on. Spooky Mansion. Let's get spooky. But they took that away. What are they?
Enter if you dare.
Ah, what a fuck. It's so good. And that, like, teed off my fascination with just spooky things.
Yeah.
I reckon it sort of spurred on... Because I got a real fascination with just strange things. Because you know Mighty Boosh.
Yeah.
That's just strange and weird. That TV show. And the books, the I Spy books and all that, it's just... And there's another book called Bamboozled.
Yes.
Those books, they're just like...
I remember Bamboozled, yeah.
They're sort of... They look real. Like, especially the I Spy, they're made with real materials and all that.
Yeah.
But they're all just sort of made by thing. Like, a door will have a paperclip just running up the side of it. Made and it's just like this bizarro, like, real world that's just sort of...
Yeah.
It's such a slight...
Yeah.
Everything's real, but it's not. It's so...
Yeah,
it's
like an upside-down vase, sort of...
It's like... kind of wish if I ever had the disposable income when I'm older, is just... I would have my own house, but then I'd build another one where it's just full of knickknacks and it looks like the I Spy Spooky Mansion house.
Yeah.
I'd just
As a matter
do
of
that.
fact, I'm going to Google Bamboozled and have a look at those illustrations because...
Oh, it's a fantastic book.
Might be a bit loud.
Crickle crackle on the microphones. So Bamboozled. I remember first reading it with you, and then we read it at school. And nobody could understand it. It was just like, why the fuck is all this shit just happening on these pages? Because it's wild.
Yeah. And then there was the twist at the end.
What's the twist? I can't even remember the story. Is it like kids going to their grandpa's?
Through the whole story, the main character feels that there's something wrong and she can't figure out what it is. And at the end, she realizes that her granddad is wearing odd socks.
Ah, yeah. Aside from the fucking giraffe being in his backyard.
Yeah. sideways picture on the wall.
Yeah.
And I remember that burger
The burger.
on the staircase.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Digital grandfather clock.
Jeez. God, just all that nostalgia. It's just so great. Remember the sim games that we used to play? Or you guys used to have?
Yeah.
We used to come up here all the time, and you guys just had all the fucking video games. Fuck, it was good. You had the original Xbox, which had like is it Midtown Madness that you had? Remember that?
Yes.
What a game! And
Always used to drive the Cadillac.
yeah, you love the Cadillac was it because of Christine? Or you,
No,
you just loved Cadillacs, didn't you?
That was long before I'd even seen Christine.
You just loved Cadillacs.
Loved
You've got about 3 models in your room. You've got.
I don't think any of them are Cadillacs.
Aren't they? Oh, see, that shows my knowledge of vehicles, doesn't it? 'Cause to me, they all sort of.
One is Christine herself.
Yeah,
she's
that's
a
right.
Plymouth. Actually, took a look at Christine the other day. She's gathering a lot of dust.
A lot of dust. As you would sit on the shelf. Where did I start with this? I was going to go into the sim games, like Sim Town and all that, because Sim Town was like made in the 90s, and it's just that sort of weird like 90s aesthetic, which is just really funny. Like you had a pet penguin for no good reason.
Yeah.
It was like 90s Disney Channel turned into a city builder. But yeah. Well.
I've got the back to Pet Sematary. I've got the original Pet Sematary here. I was thinking maybe we could watch it, but I think it's best for you to watch the new one first.
Yeah.
Then watch the old one.
It's probably a good idea, I reckon. Well, you said to me, like when I said I hadn't watched the original, you said that's probably like that's good because you go in just with fresh eyes. And I appreciate going in with fresh eyes. I don't want to taint because you and I, no matter what, will have a differing opinion because you've seen the original. You'll always compare it to the original. Do you consider the original to be a good film?
It's an okay movie.
Okay movie.
I was never really a huge fan of the original Pet Sematary, but it's not the best Stephen King adaptation.
Right.
So that's why I had high expectations for this new one because, well, if the original wasn't that great to begin with, then it's not a bad movie.
They can basically just
Yeah.
sort of only improve.
Yeah. It's not a bad movie. It's just okay.
Right. Speaking of Stephen King, have you seen the trailer for the new It film?
I did. I watched the
Part
teaser.
2? Yeah. It looks. It'll probably be a lot scarier than the first one, than
Yeah.
Part 1, because they've got adults. Because there's only so much you can do to children, really.
Yeah. And there's a infamous scene in the original book that they couldn't carry through into the movie.
The one where they
fuck each other.
that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the trailer. Like the trailer for number 2, like that, the old lady getting all fucking stretched out and shit. That's spooky. That's fucked.
Do you remember that scene in the original It with the old lady?
Oh, vaguely. I haven't seen the original series in fucking ages. I remember and every time we've sat down and watched it, we have watched it in full.
Yeah.
So it goes for about what, 4?
It goes. It's about 3 hours, but it feels a lot shorter because it's sort of the way it's structured. It's almost as if you're like watching 2 different movies.
Yeah.
Because it's the first half of them as children.
The second half, it's basically the same with this film. It'll be about 3 hours, probably,
Yeah.
with both films put together. I don't know what the runtime is. It says all the young cast are still in this movie though.
Yeah,
So do you reckon they'll only be in flashbacks? Obviously,
They're obviously going to reuse some of the footage from the first.
Yeah, or maybe yeah. When's that coming out?
I don't know.
Later this year, is it?
Yeah.
You got a laptop in front of you. I'd have a look. I think it's coming out later this year, because that's another film I'd like to go see. I have to go with your brother again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hamish and I originally went and saw.
It's coming out on the 5th of September 2019.
Oh,
In Russia.
in Russia.
Yeah.
What
It
about
says Russia in brackets next to it.
what about Australia?
I don't know. But that's when it's out in Russia. So
You'd assume it's about that
if you want to
time.
see it in Russia, 5th of September.
Yep. So I'd assume it's about the 5th of September. So yeah. You, myself, and your brother. Hopefully your brother likes this one. Because Alex, you said, like, it's a good film. I liked it. It's not...
I only watched the teaser. Is there actually an official trailer now?
I think there's a full trailer. Oh, this is fan-made. That's why.
Oh, God.
Fucking Jesus. Maybe it's just that teaser. Trailer, bro. God fucking damn it.
There's only one heart in this body. Have mercy on me. Everyone starts out thinking this is forever.
Is this it? Chapter 2 is not as...
Things get hard.
Hot take. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same. Maybe it is just that teaser. Anyway, we won't worry about it now while we're in the midst of the pod.
Yeah.
So we just spent about 2.5 minutes watching what we thought was the trailer, but it was fan-made. I thought, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Oh, well.
There's some of it that looked pretty real.
I think some of it's from the teaser,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it is just from other films that the cast has been in.
Imagine if The Rock did end up being in it.
Yeah, I saw The Rock, and I'm like, hang on a minute. Fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson in a horror film. That'd be strange.
Imagine it taking the form of Dwayne The Rock.
Someone's greatest fear is The Rock. So that's what it... Instead of the spider at the end, like that they did in the original, it's not a big spider thing. It's Dwayne. It's The Rock.
That's his true form.
It's always been The Rock. The Rock is eternal. The Big Bang, the universe was created. There was the universe and The Rock. And The Rock has just been a benevolent force orchestrating every negative event in history since the dawn of time. And now, he's out in the public now, but that motherfucker needs to die. I'm going to chop his head off with a pair of scissors.
Big scissors.
I'll need some big scissors. And made out of some very hard metal, because he is a rock. After all. Now, as you know, I work. Yeah?
So do I.
We work. As people do. In my workplace, I work at a milk factory. And, so when I started, there was another man who started. He was maybe in his mid-40s, bald man, very gaunt, wears glasses. His name was Paul. Now, Paul always struck me as a bit weird, which he was. We'd work on different lines. So I'd work in making yogurt, and he'd work out packing yogurt. Now, there was a machine there that he was not very good with tech and all that. And he did have a tendency to get angry, like really angry. Now, I'll just give a background of some of the weird shit that Paul's done. He'll just walk around the place and so in the break room, what he'll do is when he gets hot water for his tea, he'll turn the hot water on, and he'll get the mug, because it's a big hot water thermos that sits on a bench, and you pull it out and you do it over the floor. So he turns it on, gets his hot water, and he just raises and lowers the mug, just up and down from the ground up to the faucet. Just keep going up and down like that till it's full. So it sounds like just go. one day. Like, he just does it, and then someone goes, "Why did you do that, Paul?" And he goes, "Well, I should have been a barista instead of a bullshitter," and, you know, fucking scoots out and disappears. And when he arrived, so he's a smoker as well. So at where the smokers area is, where people go to smoke, is around the corner next to a shipping container. And what he did, he just brought a random assortment of office chairs that he had. He sat them out there, and he got some crates and sat them next to them. So when you went out there, it just looked like this really weird homeless shanty camp with chairs and milk crates, just created by him in this area. So he does that, and one day he's sitting there. I'm in the break room. I'm eating, and what he does, he just out of nowhere, he goes, "Josh, is your last name Newcomb?" I go, "What?" And he goes, "Ah." So I turn around. Here he is. He's bent over, hands on the knees, looking at my back. I've got my old high school jumper that has everybody's names on the back in my year level.
Yep.
So he's reading through that, and he's just seen Josh and just going, "Oh, Josh, your last name Newcomb." He's just bent over, looking, and I'm just like, "Nah, it's what?" And he goes, "Ah, right." And he just sort of scoots out again, and just everybody in the break room's just sitting there like, "What the fuck, what?" And then I said, "How long was he looking for you?" He was sitting there reading for about, bloody, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes maybe. Jake said to me across the room. I was like, "What the fuck?" So he sort of does funny stuff like that. He's a funny old fellow. And then I'd heard about him sort of losing his cool a bit at work over little things.
Yeah.
And so this week at work, he wasn't really concentrating on what he was doing. So we have allocated break times. And there was one point where he just disappeared in between, just on a run, not on break time or anything like that. And one of the girls came in and said, "Hey, Paul's I think he's gone for a smoke now." And so the lady, one of the girls in our room, who's sort of the boss, supervisor, goes, "Just keep telling him to, just keep reminding him, keep telling him to focus," and all that sort of stuff. And during the day, he just keeps coming up to me and says, "Oh, these women." He just goes, "These women, they're nagging me, they're annoying me." I go, "Rightio, Paul, you two more hours, mate." I don't know, I just do that. And then all of a sudden I just hear this, "Oh, fuck you, fuck this," just top of someone's lung, just going ballistic. "Fuck this shit, nah, fuck off, rah, 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 rah." And I just go, "Oh, Leanne, I think Paul's going off." Go out there, he's going ballistic. We open the door and he goes, "No, I don't want to fucking talk to you lot either." We're all like, "Jesus Christ." And he goes, "No, fuck this, I'm off." And he goes, he leaves. He's taking it in. You know how I told you about those chairs? His little homeless shelter that he's built,
Yeah.
where people go to smoke. They're gone. It's just like, fuck, he's actually gone. And the scary thing about him going off like that, it was only the two girls out packing with him, and it was the middle of the night, because we're on night shift. So it's about 3 a.m, he's done that, and the weird part about that is, because there's no knife in the room to cut the boxes for it, he just brings his own one. It's a rather large knife too.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it makes you sort of think, oh, what the fuck, if he actually really, really got mad. Like, really mad one day. So yeah, he goes away. And we have our suspicions that maybe he was, like, smoking something he shouldn't have been while at work and all that. So, you know, who knows. And then last night, he came back. So I was going to go to work. Like, I come into work at 12 a.m. for my night shift. And then the guy I work with, Ash, he goes, "Oh, I think I saw Paul's car there." Like, right, he must be on tonight. But the part of the factory that he was on wasn't running that night. So we go in, some people are late, and we go, "Oh, why are you late?" And he's like, "Oh, Paul came in." Like, what? Why did Paul come in? Like, oh, apparently he said he came in to resign at 12 a.m. at night. It's like, oh, yeah. And then he said he had to talk to another guy who was in the factory. Like, why? He's resigned. 12 a.m. Why does he need to talk to this guy who has nothing to do with that? He's just another worker. That's the last we've heard. Hopefully that's the last we've heard of Paul for now.
Quite a story there.
It's a selection of stories, but yeah, it's sort of just to give you a bit of context on who he is. But then yeah, that's not the only time I've witnessed him go ballistic either. There was last week he went nuts. He just yelled at some guy, just absolutely, like he does it off the top of his lungs. It's genuinely, it like gets your blood pumping. You think, oh fuck, is he gonna hurt somebody? But he's this guy. He's got scars on the back of his head. I wouldn't be surprised if he's been in prison. He's got scars on the back of his head. He likes to wear sort of road leathers, like bikey sort of esque stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, if I ever see Paul again and I've got another Paul story, I'm going to keep updating on the pod. It's good. Hopefully, maybe he doesn't resign. Maybe he comes back next week, and then it's just more stories from then on. We can have like a little Paul's Corner, a running part on the show. But I probably doubt it. But yeah, that's just my Paul story.
There's actually a guy I work with, who told me he did time in prison.
Yeah.
For burglary and attempted rape.
Oh shit! That's nuts.
That's what he told me, at least. I mean,
do you believe him?
Oh, yeah, kind of.
I suppose, yeah. What did you say? Let's go.
Oh, didn't say much. But it was.
How did that conversation happen? Did you just say it, or?
Oh, I don't know how we were talking, and told me a story about how you had to be careful when you were in the prison showers, not to bend over if you pick up a bar of soap.
The old classic story, yeah.
You have to bend your legs, not actually bend down, otherwise someone might take advantage.
Stick their cock in your bum. No one wants that. So he says bend your knees, like you're picking up a heavy box.
Yeah.
Right. So what, and then you just said, I was in the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. What did you think to that? Did you go, oh, you're a criminal?
No, he seems all right now.
So he's reformed.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't seem like he'd ever do something like that again.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so.
You'd like to think that our prison system works and actually, rehabilitates people. Because alright, so that reminds me. That brings me to another point. In year 10, I did legal studies. Or no, year 11. I did legal studies, and one of the little trips we got to do with that was we got to go to, not Barwon prison. We got to go to one of the prisons just out near Geelong. We got to go and we got to speak with cons. And we spoke to one guy who was a murderer, another guy who was a murderer, a man who had been done for armed robbery, and one who'd been done for drug dealing. They all just sort of told us their stories, and they were getting towards the end of their sentences, and they were deemed worthy to actually speak to young adolescents, obviously, in school. It's pretty full on though. The one guy, he was like, you could tell he was mental, and he'd been in jail for maybe 20 years, and he still believed that he was innocent. He was like saying, oh, the way it was portrayed in the media and all that, it just didn't help me at all, It was bloody trial by media, and everybody just turned against me, and I had to go to jail. It's like, oh, yeah, mate, you still did it, though. I think it was either he pulled a knife on somebody on a train, or he punched someone, and that killed them. Yeah, that reminds me, because your friend, you're not your friend, but your co-worker had been to prison. That's the only reason I told that. Get a bit drone and dark here.
Yeah.
So yeah, music you enjoy. I don't know if we've talked about them on the show before, but
we have.
We have. So yeah, Seek Sputnik, you enjoy.
Yes.
What? I can't remember. I can barely remember any of these pods, to be honest. I just record them, edit them, and put them on the net. But yeah, jeez, the editing I had to do on the last one. Jesus, you bastard. I don't know. This will probably come out in maybe 2 weeks' time. Maybe give a week for the last week's podcast to simmer and stew on the internet.
Yeah.
But last week's episode, if you've heard it, fucking Hamish told the aristocrats joke. The aristocrats joke. And I didn't like it one bit.
Then I sent you the video of that guy doing it. Did you watch that?
I did not, sorry.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
How long does it go for?
Hang on.
How long does it go for?
About... Not sure. Doesn't say.
A talent agent is sitting in his office. A no American family walks in.
Yeah, I'll just...
Father
I want to go to YouTube. Excuse me. Goes for 10 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to watch this on the pod. I don't know if I want to either. What's his name? Gilbert Gottfield. Gottfried, sorry. Gottfield. Where did I get Gottfield from? But yeah, 10 minutes.
I'll just go to a random spot to see what's happening.
It's probably going to be gross.
his holidays that you have to read. And he fucks in the ass, and the dog fucks the cat, and the cat fucks the boy, and the boy fucks the dog. Amen, amen. And little kid, and the fire put out the dog that fucked the cat, that fucked the girl. And then the son climbs up on a table, puts a noose around his neck.
We're going to stop it there. So yeah, we've talked about it already, but the aristocrats joke is just fucking saying the most fucked shit you probably can.
Yeah.
I'm being very stern in saying that the version that we recorded on the podcast, that they're never getting on the internet. I'm not letting it. I don't want to be associated with a joke like that.
And that's not even the full joke. I mean, I have a longer version that I've written down.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't read it.
I don't want to see it.
And I was recording it.
If you ever want to record it and put it up yourself and make no mention of me, go right ahead.
This was written by Josh Watt.
This is written by Josh Watt, spoken by Josh Watt, original concept by Josh Watt.
Yes.
Some say Josh Watt might have even done these things.
Arrest him. He is a sicker.
If you see him, call Crime Stoppers. If you ever did that, it would cause me a lot of trouble.
I wonder how long it would take before you're proven innocent.
I'd say pretty quickly. I'd just say he's lying. He's lying. And because, we've got my voice on record, and it's definitely you. I don't think you'd ever be able to get away with that. But still, if you did it, even if you just went written by Josh Watt, that would be... it'd be kind of... That would be kind of funny, just dobbing me in like that. Even though I vocally said that I don't enjoy it. But oh well. It's going to be written, directed, and recorded by Hamish, if it ever gets on the internet.
Yes, I was actually reading it out, and I was recording it, and I stopped and thought, wait, no, this isn't right.
Yeah, see, exactly.
I can't put this. This is just too much.
Exactly, it's too much. Even that fucking... What was it? The Thrusters. Even that story just made me think, fucking hell.
But still,
it's kind of funny, but Jesus, just fucking... Oh.
It's original, though, you must admit.
It is original. Yeah. I mean, unless the concept's already been done.
No, the Penetrators.
Penetrators. But yeah, you had another name called the Thrusters. I like the Thrusters. I like that. What are we sitting at for time? Yeah, that's about an hour. I reckon that's about all the time we have for this
Yes.
pod. Anyway, my name has been Joshua Watt. And sitting next to me is the other half of the program,
Rover Dwayne Swanson.
Robert Dwayne Swanson, and we've been your two hosts, and you know, clown joke creators, not creators, but sayers. And we thank you very much for joining us this week.
And this is going to be a bitch to edit together.
And as we always say at the end of the podcast here, and as we always say at the end of the podcast here,
Goodbye.
Just goodbye.
What?
I don't know. I just wanted you to say something really weird off the fly, but.
And
as we say at the end of
the sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side.
That's what we always say at the end here. Right, before the podcast ends, we've just decided it's not going to be the Hot Bod podcast anymore. It's going to be called
Roller Coaster.
It's going to be called Roller Coaster from now on. So from now on, it's not going to be hello and welcome to the Hot Bod podcast. It's going to be welcome to Roller Coaster. And now we're using the intro and the outro from a classic show that we used to grow up with, which you'll hear in a second. Anyway, bye.